Did you see that? You should watch it. This colour is really nice on you. It's not the one. No, I don't like the colour. But I actually like the shape of the cups. Yeah. So
This is the best part of competing. This is the creative process where you get to design your bikini, and that comes down to things like choosing the colour of the bikini, whether you want sparkles, whether you want connectors, trying on all different shapes, and it's just the best.
yeah, it's not. I'm not careful, girl. I should put my hair down too. Oh well. We know what the need is.
Officially 8 weeks out. Last week I actually had a few days off the diet and the training, so I'm really pleased when looking at these videos that I haven't gone backwards. I haven't gone forwards either. I've plateaued a little bit, but being 8 weeks out, I'm actually very, very happy with where I'm at. Okay, I'll tell you something. If you watched my video last week, you'll know why I don't have a lot of energy in this workout. And I always say a shit workout is better than no workout at all. So on this occasion, Saturday night, I've gone to the gym. I did my whole entire warm up. That was my last working set for my first exercise. And I've actually decided that my energy levels are actually so low that I am only going to do one working set for each exercise. On this occasion, I'm actually pleased I got to the gym at all. So this is like a 30-minute workout. And I'm so glad I did it because I was only doing one set, so I made sure I worked with really high intensity, which you can see there. And now you can see why. Also, as a side note, I actually hate showing all my chest exercises because they're just so unflattering. Like, I just look so ugly. I've always got a poo face and I've always got my legs open. It's just not, like, I can never get good angles. But anyway, I'm showing you the raw stuff. Last week was a rough week, so my energy is still not back to normal yet. But at least I got something done. I got my heart rate up. I tore some muscle fibers down. It did energize me, and it also really helps with my appetite. So it might look like I'm training really hard here, and yeah, I was, but apart from the first exercise, I only did one working set on everything, and then I cancelled it there and went home, and I'm so glad I did. I'll talk more about why later. Officially 8 weeks out, where I started making this video on the Friday, And then in the morning, it was just a great day because I went to my friend Kelly's house, who's making my bikini. Had my first fitting, started choosing the colours and stuff like that, and that was so much fun. That's like the best part of competing, when you're putting your costume together and all those little fun things. So the morning was awesome. I had an appointment later that day to take one of my cats to the vet, who, this is actually the third time I was taking him to the vet for the same issue, which was not getting any better. And I went there thinking he was probably going to get some antibiotics or something like that. And without going into too much detail, I was advised by the vet that what he has was not repairable or fixable, and the kindest thing to do was to let him go. So that was a big shock on the Friday, and it's part of the reason why it's taken me a little bit of a while to get this next video out, because I needed to be able to tell you what's going on without more crying. There was enough crying in the previous video. So that's the update from Friday. And then my Saturday and Sunday were just sudden attacks of tears all day, Saturday, Sunday. I still get them a bit now, but it's getting a little bit further apart. But that's really crushed me, and I've had that on my mind every day now. I'm just trying to keep myself busy because I feel like staying in some sort of routine is going to help me with the grieving process, which it has, and that's good, but it's still very, very fresh and raw. But that was my Friday. So Friday night, I was just a big fucking mess. So I didn't train that day. I didn't pose. I had a day off. Saturday morning, I decided to go ahead and do my weekly video update anyway, which I'll show you now. And I did talk about this in the previous video as well, where I had a few days off the diet and the training. So I wanted to show you my videos this week to show, and I'll compare them to my 7-day video, my video from 7 days ago as well. I'll put them together so you can see in these photos, in the videos, that there's been no progress, which is fine, because I haven't gone backwards either. So that's great. My eyes are all puffy because I spent the previous night bawling my eyes out, and more that morning as well. But I'm committed to just showing up as much as I can. And in saying that, yeah, I might be showing up, but I've certainly not been perfect. Sunday, I basically had a day off during the day, just because my mind was a bit better, but I was still having these back and forth, like sudden attacks of grief. Helped a friend in the morning with a few things at the gym, and then I filmed some exercise videos for my dad, because I'm making a training program for my dad. That helped me stay busy, which was great. And then Sunday night, I went back to the gym and I trained legs, which was really good. I like training legs on a Sunday because I've slept in the morning. Legs, when you train legs, it's always the hardest and the most taxing one, because you're working the biggest muscles in your body, so it uses up more energy. So I like doing it on a Sunday because that's a rest day. So it's a day that I am normally a little bit more prepared, I guess. So I got that done, which was good. I didn't film much because it seemed that everyone else had the same idea to do legs on a Sunday night, and I'm always careful that I don't get those people on my videos. Monday for me was it's always a very busy day. Just being a trainer, you just have to accept that there are some days where you just flat out. So on a Monday, my first session is 6 a.m. and my last session finishes at 7:30 p.m. So I'm at the gym training clients face to face, do a lot of online work as well. So I like on a Monday to go through my online clients. I like going through all their online notifications to see what they've been up to throughout the week. On a Monday, I am actually so busy that I don't get to do my own workout. So that was fine and was good for my mindset, because I was able to just stay busy, and I really needed that. My mind has just been so completely frazzled at the moment. It's been really hard. I've just had too many things, just so much just grabbing at my attention. And now we're at Wednesday, which is the day that I normally post these videos. I was hoping to give you a positive, happy update this week, and it's just not. It's about much more than just getting in great shape and trying to win a trophy for me. It's about showing people what consistency actually is. We all talk about how consistency is important, but being consistent means doing it when you don't want to do it. And so I have to show candidly what I don't want to do and why. Back when I did all my other comps, we didn't have as much access to technology as we do now, so I would have loved to have filmed them all the way I am now. But this is probably the best one for me to document because it's been the worst. I've been through the shittest times in this one, by far. So I've got all my food diaries, my training diaries from my other comps, but no record of how I felt. And maybe that's a positive thing because it wasn't as hard as it is this time. What I can probably count on is that if I've done 14 shows before, that's a lot of work where I've built a foundation that I can kind of coast on now. If this was my first show and I was skipping workouts and eating off the plan, I would look a lot worse than if I hadn't done 14 shows where I really was on the plan. I've done whole entire contest preps, months and months, where I've not eaten off the plan once. My willpower, my discipline, and my want and my desire at the time was just really tight. And I can say I still want it now, but I've had that many things happen. And then I also wonder if those things didn't happen, would I still have gone off the plan? Am I using them as an excuse? I've got all that stuff going through my head as well. I don't know, if you've been through comps, has that happened to you too? Do you think about all these things that have happened and how you responded and then think, hold on, what if that thing hadn't happened? Would I have done that anyway? I think that all the time. It's probably not a helpful thought to have because it's in the past. But I suppose this is just a summary to show you that the mental battles you go through, some of them you can't control them. You can control how you respond. Sometimes you can't actually control what you're thinking because things happen suddenly. You don't have time to process it. I just really hope that next week I can give you a happy, positive update. 8 weeks out.